Okay, it says I am live. So yeah, popcorn and whiskey. Hold on a few seconds here. We'll get going in just a minute. Hopefully, I didn't come on here a little bit too soon, and you'll understand why as we go through all this evening. This is going to be a hoot. This is going to be a hoot tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is it not showing me on live here? What is going on? It says I'm live there. Okay, there I am. All right, let me adjust the settings here. Me and Facebook, my pal. Excuse me. Right now, Facebook and me are at odds, so to speak. The reason being is because Facebook is not letting me post anything from my desktop. I don't know. You know when it says what's on your mind and you click on it and it says create a post if you do it on desktop? Mine doesn't do it. It just says create a post and it doesn't give me the option to create anything. At first, I thought maybe I'm in Facebook jail. Okay, that's fine. But I'm able to post from my phone. Go figure. And I do everything, virtually everything, from my um, desktop. So I'm still trying to figure this one out. Okay, so hold on a second. Let's see here. Make sure everything is going okay. Or doing 500. You can make changes to this video while it's live. Okay, yeah, right there. Okay, I am live here. At least I hope you can hear me. Make sure I can hear me here. Okay, that's working out okay. All right. And first of all, salute. How we doing? Okay. If you're new to popcorn and whiskey, or if you weren't here last year, Daytona 500. If you didn't know, I am a huge NASCAR fan. Love, 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 love NASCAR. And this is the kickoff weekend for NASCAR, the Daytona 500. All week long, it's been speed weeks, so to speak. They have the qualifying, which is a different kind of qualifying for the race than other races throughout there. Has a unique form of qualifying, which I'm still not 100% clear on the guys who have to what they call race to get in. There are certain what they call provisionals where people are guaranteed to be in the race regardless of how they qualify based on stuff they've done in the past. For instance, if you are a past champion, well, I guess that rule is no longer around because Jimmy Johnson had to qualify. So I don't know all the folks who have to race to come in is going to be different for them. But anyway, so for the longest time that I can remember, I mean, I don't remember when we even started this, but my buddy Kenny, one of my best friends, and I do an annual bet on the race, and which we're going to get into tonight. Now, he is supposed to be joining me soon. Last year, we had all kinds of technical difficulties, not on my end, on his end. Okay, and it was a hoot if you're watching, but we'll get that going in just a few minutes. And hopefully he's going to come on soon. Yeah, I came out a few minutes early to get everything set up the way it needs to be set up on. Hopefully, okay. Let me get this set up over here. Because when he comes on, I got to share some screens and do all kinds of goody stuff over here. So, whoop, see, that is not supposed to be like that. If you can see that. It's not supposed to be like that, and it really ticks me off, but we'll have to come back to it, all right? So for the time being, I'll remove that and put myself back up there and do that. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. This might even be him. This is all right. I'm going to now you guys in for a treat. We're going live here. Yes, sir. You're on live.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. check check your messenger.
Okay, checking messages.
No. Messenger on Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
I sent you a link. You have to click on the link.
Messenger.
I sent it to both you and your wife, so in case you didn't know how to get on.
That's not the right one.
Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Now I want it on here.
You click, just click on the link. Okay, I got you on speakerphone. I'm going live. I'm on live right now, and I got you on speakerphone. The whole world can hear you.
Fantastic. Well, I've got me some popcorn. I just fixed popcorn, and I've got me some whiskey here.
Okay.
And we are good to go.
Okay. Well, I don't have popcorn. I just got my whiskey. I didn't make my popcorn yet, so that might be later tonight.
Okay. What do I do here?
Click the link.
No, I did click the link.
It should have taken you to us.
Continue, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enter the studio.
Okay.
Allow mic and cam access.
Yes. Yes.
Allow.
Yes. Okay, you're getting there.
Find me there.
Okay, well, you're not in my screen. I am not seeing you anywhere. Are you? So what are you seeing right now?
I'm putting in my name.
Okay, yeah, put in your name. There you are.
There I am.
Doc Kenny. Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to hang up the telephone with you now so you can talk on screen. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? All righty then.
All right.
Sounds like we're hooked up.
We are all hooked up. So, folks,
we're hooked up like a couple of dogs out in the front yard. You know what I mean?
That's right. Absolutely. As you can tell, Kenny's a good old boy from down south. He lives in Indiana now, but he's from down south. Georgia
That's right. I'm from the great state of North Georgia.
Great state of North Georgia. So does that mean you're a Bulldogs fan?
I am a dog fan, yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you want this to work, you have to look into the camera.
Do I?
Yeah.
I gotta listen.
You need to watch TV as well.
No, I got just. That's just. I'm listening to you.
Well,
and watching you and drinking my whiskey.
You have to
whiskey.
You're looking into the camera and talking with people. Yes. All right.
That's what I'm doing.
Salute that. Cheers. Get yours. Put up your
Saluto.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Is that your lovely wife I hear in the background?
That is my lovely wife. She's eating my popcorn.
I can't do the whiskey part, but I can have popcorn.
Okay, it's right. She can't. She's not a drinker. She's a non-whiskey drinker. So
no, she is my whiskey girl.
Oh my God.
As my brother Toby Keith would say.
That's right. Rest his soul.
Amen.
And for those watching, and before we'll get into the NASCAR picks eventually, but Kenny has a very unique Toby Keith story. Kenny is also, and I'm bragging about you here. He is an Army veteran, 24 years, 11 months, 15
days. Yeah, they wouldn't give me an extra 15 days. Let me call it 25 years. So
he was medically discharged and retired. Thank you for your service. 4 tours of Iraq and Iran. Is that correct? Was it 3 or 4?
All that kind of fun stuff. Three tours.
3 tours.
Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
Yeah, so you did plenty for our country. We thank you for that.
It was my pleasure. I enjoyed eating all the crap sandwiches that I did.
Okay, so tell us your Toby Keith story.
Okay, well, I was in the 1st Cavalry headquarters in Iraq. It was downtown Iraq, and we had a special guest coming in. And when I found out it was Toby Keith, I said, "Oh crap! I'm gonna take my guitar over there and see if he'll sign it for me." You know.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm standing there with all the other people just wanting to shake hands or take a picture, take a selfie with him and stuff. And I'm standing there with the guitar slung around my shoulders like I'm fixing to play.
Mm-hmm.
And Toby Keith, he finally gets down to where I'm standing, and I said, Mr. Keith, will you please sign my guitar for me? And I had my guitar on, and I had a Sharpie in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, you look like you know what to do with that damn thing. I said, well, yeah, I play a little bit, sir. Nothing like you, but he says, I'll sign your guitar if you play me a song. I said, well, do you have 3 minutes and 22 seconds? He just looked at me and pulled his glasses down. He always wears his sunglasses and hat.
Yeah.
And he pulled his glasses down and said, you going to pitch me a song? And I said, yes, sir, if you'll listen. Somebody get me a damn chair. He just yelled out, and I guess it was the general that pulled him up a chair. And and I played him a song that I had written called Daddy, and I wrote that for my dad.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
And he says, damn, I like that, man. Yeah, I'll sign your guitar. Absolutely. He said, what are you planning on doing this evening? I said, what do you mean, what am I doing this evening? I'm going to the damn Toby Keith concert. I don't know about you. He just kind of laughed. He says, yeah, you're going to be playing with me up on stage tonight. I said, oh, yeah, let's rock and roll, buddy. Let's do this. So I got to play with Toby Keith. I got to play a song for Toby Keith. And then I got to play with Toby Keith, and that was just with his band and all, and that was just,
wow.
That was just the berries, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And, that was just like more than I could have asked for. But a few years later, he was coming to Indianapolis.
Okay.
So me, Anita, my son Hunter, and my son Tanner, who is currently in the Army over in Germany right now.
Yep.
We were there in the audience, and I wore my uniform. Normally, one does not wear their uniform to something like that, but I said, "To hell with it! I'm gonna wear my uniform. Maybe he'll recognize me."
Right. Right.
Well, he during his concert there in Indianapolis, he called up. You know, I know I've got a lot of veterans out there. He said, I'd like to invite all of our veterans and stuff up. If you have served and so on and so forth, right, please come up and join us on stage and help us sing this song. Of course, it was, American Soldier.
Right.
And as soon as I walked up on stage, his guitar player recognized me.
Oh, wow.
So he runs over and hands me his guitar and says, there's the mic. So I get up there and I'm live on stage with Toby Keith playing and singing.
Wow.
And, I got to do this in front of my kids, and they just thought that was just the real shit,
Oh, yeah.
And, so yeah, Toby, he was Toby that night. He was pretty well drunk or stoned or a little of both. I don't know which, but
Having a good old time.
oh, he's having a good time. He was fired up and ready to go, man. It was
Solo Cup never left his hand the whole time he was on.
yeah, that red Solo Cup never left his hand. He didn't even play his guitar. He just hung it around his neck, and he had that red Solo Cup, buddy. And yeah, he was going to town on that. So
did anybody get a video of this?
not that I know of. I wish they had. I'm sure there's somebody in Indianapolis that, everybody and their uncle had their cameras out and everything else. But, I did get in trouble the next day when I showed up to guard. What the hell are you doing wearing a uniform? I said I wasn't drinking. So I was just there as a spectator. And so, yeah, I got in trouble for wearing uniform, but I didn't much care. It served the purpose for what I needed it to do, so.
if I know you, that's not the first, nor was it the last time you got in trouble.
No, probably wasn't. No, definitely wasn't the first or the last time that I ever got in trouble.
Well,
That is my middle name, by the way.
They didn't say too awful much because you were in the middle of retirement anyway.
Yeah, I was in the process of being kicked out of the Army anyway. I say I was kicked out because hell, I'd still be in if they would have let me. But no, they kicked me out for medical. They said, you're too messed up. You can't go back over there and play no more.
Well, that's because I think you were too messed up. That's why. What the hell?
Everything.
I could have told them that 20 years ago. You didn't have to wait till,
I was messed up. I'm messed up from the ground up.
Yeah, gee whiz. Well, anyway, that's a great story, and I'm sure we'll tell that more often.
No,
and everything.
that's my food.
Well, hopefully one of your listeners happens to be in at that concert and happens to have it on video. That would be awesome to actually get a hold of that.
Somebody can never do that. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be the berries, man.
That's right. Okay, so all right, what Kenny is actually
I'm
doing?
100% positive his family has it
Best friends, and
because they video record every one of his concerts.
I'm sure you could find the date of the concert.
Well, maybe we can find the date of the concert. I don't even remember really, but
okay, all right. So what we
but anyway,
what Kenny and I do every year, we've been doing this for God knows how long.
I don't know.
Yeah, we did it for a long time. And last year was the first time we did it live on air, so we're gonna try to make this a tradition. What we do is we each pick 10 drivers for the Daytona 500, and and that's our drivers. That's our ride or die drivers for the race, and then whatever place they come in, and we have a point system with the lowest points win. So if the first person comes in first place gets 1 point, second place 2 points, so on and so forth. And so the person with the lowest points wins because their drivers.
Right. There are 10 drivers.
Right. So we do this, and we used to do this on pen and paper, elaborate back and forth, and then halfway mark we would call each other, and we was able to take 3 drivers off, put 3 drivers on. But that was just happy because I was living in a different state, and then sometimes technical stuff kept in, and we couldn't do that. We're just sticking with the 10 drivers from the beginning. Whatever happens, what happens. And the fun part for me, at least, if when the big wreck happens.
And you lose half your drivers.
My computer.
What was going on there? That was there.
Oh, that was one of my doggies jumped up in my lap there.
Yeah, you live on a farm, basically.
Yeah, I got 11 beagles.
11 beagles. So if anybody wants a beagle, so there you go.
You just dumped my popcorn too.
Okay, so let me do it here. I'm going to show you
Hey, Hunter, can you go get
from last year because
my baby for
you
me?
came on last year with me.
Quick.
Okay, here we go. This is our results from last year. And this is Kenny's column, and this is my column. You can see this. Right, can you see this, Kenny?
I can't see it, too small.
Okay, but it's on your screen though. If you had a bigger screen. And I was just at your house last week, and so we didn't pay up because we have a huge bet we do on this. It's a financial bet, and I think the last couple of years we haven't been paying up. So who knows where we stand? But the total last year is you had 182 points, and I had 154 points. So I won by 28 points. Yay me!
Wow.
You owe me, buddy. You owe me.
I've got cash money in my pocket right here.
I don't want a check. I want cash.
I got cash money. Yeah.
And the cash amount we talk about, folks, one of your hats, because this is a big one, is $1. $1 every year. So, and as of right now, Kenny owes me $1. But I'll make it up to him. I'll let it be because I went to his house last weekend, and he had a lunch for me. We had a great old time and drinking and reminiscing and eating and breaking bread. We had a good time. So, again,
Yeah, I got trashed, by the way.
yeah, I know. I saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I got trashed.
Could
Come on,
tell,
Loki.
yeah. I brought Kenny a few bottles, and I think he finished one off when I was there. So,
Yeah, something like that.
and it wasn't light stuff either. So, okay.
No.
Okay, so that was 2023. So 2024, clean slate to go on.
This is the 2024 Daytona 500 happening tomorrow, hopefully, if it don't rain.
That's right, because the Xfinity Series was rained out today.
Right.
They will be running that on Monday at 11 a.m. as of right now.
I would have prayed.
If the Daytona is 500 rained out tomorrow, it's going to be a long day on me.
Well, no kidding. I hope it don't rain. I hope it's just a good, quick, clean run.
Did
everybody get out there having fun?
Do me a favor and put Frey in a kennel.
Did you watch the truck race last night?
Oh, I did. I enjoyed the heck out of that. Those boys go nuts. It was insane.
The trucks never disappoint at Daytona.
No, they never disappoint.
If you are a fan of any kind of racing at all, you don't really care about NASCAR cars itself, watch the trucks at Daytona. You'll be entertained. For a year.
Those trucks, Daytona, I mean, it's smooth. It's probably smoother than, I-65 or I-70.
Yep.
Just smooth as a baby's butt.
Well, around here, I-70 is not that good, so I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, that's true. But when you see those trucks going 200 miles an hour, 190 miles an hour down the back straightaway, those poor kids in them trucks are bouncing around like rubber balls in there. I mean, they are that's a lot of work. My goodness.
For those who don't know, Truck Series is unique because they have the level of drivers. They have drivers that are 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. They also have drivers that have been there for 30 years. So they have.
Yeah, there's one driver that was 64. I can't remember what his name was, but he was 64 years old yesterday.
They have unique combinations of people that barely have their driver's license versus the very unique. And it's what makes it entertaining because the young guys just want to go, 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 and the old guys have the experience. Back off a little bit there, son boy. We'll catch up with you later. So it's a unique thing going on. Trying to rank up Thunder Kids sometimes. So
yeah, I think there was what was it? 30 some started the race, and there was less than 20.
Yeah,
finished the race last night.
And it's not so much because of the wrecking; it's the racing itself which makes it. Well, and in all honesty, if you just watch the race, it is any kind of oval racing. It is boring as hell if that's all you're doing is watching the race. You have to understand it and listen to the commentary and listen to what the guys are telling you. That's what makes it. All the intricacies behind the scenes, so to speak. That's what I tell people all the time. Yeah, if all you do is watch them turn left, of course.
Watch them turn left, yeah. I mean, my son, Hunter, he's like, I don't know why you get all excited about that NASCAR. All they do is just turn left. And I'm like, yeah, but they're turning left with, 40 other drivers bumper to bumper, door to door at 200 miles an hour. That's a little bit different,
Yeah, I say all the time. Of course, it's boring if that's all you're seeing is watching. There's so much going on all the time. Even during the yellow flags, there's so much going on. If you understand even a quarter of what's going on, that's what's exciting about everything. And then, of course, you have drivers that you hate.
And I don't want my computer ruined.
Okay, so let's get this show on the road here. All right, I'm
alrighty.
The first pick. All right, so if you know who do you have your list of drivers? Everything ready?
I do have my list of drivers, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know how far this is going to take me before you take one of my drivers, or I take one of yours, or whatever. But we'll figure that out as we go.
Okay. So who are you picking first?
In the world has a small window.
Well,
Yeah, don't be mentioning.
like you said earlier, I am from Georgia. I am from
Yes.
North Georgia.
No,
I'm picking a driver from Georgia.
that doesn't.
The the number 9
Yes.
from Hendricks Stable, the Chevy Napa car, Chase Elliott.
Yes. Chase Elliott. And he is starting in what position? Starting in the 5th position.
5th, yeah.
Okay. For my number 1, and this is going to be way outside the box. And you're gonna say, what the hell is he talking about there? All the way from, I don't know where he's from. Wood Brothers Racing. The
Number 21, Harrison Burton.
Harrison Burton. He is
That was one of my pickers. Yep. See how that worked? Yeah.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the number 21, so there you go. And he's starting in the 12th position.
Yeah, I've always liked Wood Brothers. They have had some fabulous drivers in the past, and they continue to have some.
Yep. All right.
All right. The another Hendricks Chevy driving the Ally number 48, Alex Bowman.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Let me type him in here. Alex Bowman, and he is starting in the 7th position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, I am going to go. Let's see here. My second pick. Where is it? Where is it here? I gotta find him. He's not this far down. No. Let me go back up to the top here. Where did he finish? Hold on a second.
Okay, sure.
Wait. I'm not seeing his name. Is he not? He's got to be in it.
Who?
Wait a second. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, all right.
Let's see. There's not there. He's not there. Oh, that's right. Because he got caught up in a. Okay, it's my number 2. He got caught up in a wreck the other day. Number 2 pick for me from Richard Childress Racing. The number 8, Kyle. I gained 40 pounds in the off-season Busch.
Boy, he sure did.
Oh man, I saw him on the interview last night. I mean, as much as I love Kyle Busch, and he's my driver.
Yeah.
He said, listen to my podcast a little bit there.
I was surprised, man.
Yeah, he put on some weight there. I said, what the heck? So that's my number 2 pick.
I figured at least 20 pounds.
Yeah, he did something. He wasn't looking spelt like he has in the past. That's for certain.
All right. The Loves Ford from Front Row Motorsports, the number 34, Michael McDowell.
Oh, starting second. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Michael McDowell.
Outside pole.
Former winner of the Michael McDowell. All right. He's starting number 2. All right. Okay. My number 3 pick. All right. I just saw him here. And this is another long shot. I'm going with my long shots early here.
Wow.
And it's not really a long shot because he's a very good restrictor plate racer. Driving the Ford, RFK Racing, crew chief Scott Graves. Chris, don't call me Christopher Busher. All right, he is starting in the 19th position. Look at that. Yeah, I like Chris, but he's a good restrictor plate racer. Very good racer at that. So we'll see what happens there.
Well, since you picked a Christopher, I'm going to pick a Christopher from Joe Gibbs Toyota there, Christopher Bell, number 20.
He was going to be my next pick. You took him from me. All right, let's see. Christopher Bell. And he started in the 4th position. All right, put over here, 4th position. Okay, we're going down here. I don't want to pick him yet. All right, wait a second here. All right. Let me go through these. I'm looking. Hold on. Don't get excited yet. Don't get excited yet. There's several races in here that are at the back. And in this race, it really doesn't matter if they're in the back or not. So they will come to the front. All right, here.
That's the good thing about, looking at the super speedways, Daytona and Talladega, is that, you can get in the middle or whatever and go all the way to the back, number 40, and, 5 minutes later, you're all the way back up front again. I mean, it's.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, that's what makes it exciting.
Yes. My number 4 pick, starting for Team Penske, the Ford, number 22 Ford, Joey Logano, starting from the pole position.
Yeah. I figured that was coming.
Yeah. I got to take somebody from the front, crying out loud.
All right. Let's go with a second-generation driver.
Ooh.
From Legacy Motorsports, driving the number 42 Toyota, John Hunter Nemechek.
Okay, let's see. Where's he starting here? John Hunter Nemechek. Where's he starting from? There he is. It is not Legacy. It's a Legacy Motor Club. It's not Legacy Motor Sports.
Whatever. Close enough for government work.
Hey, you're drinking whiskey. That's close enough.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Yeah. He's starting at the number 10 position. Yeah. Okay, here. Let's go with my number 5 pick. I don't know if I want. Yeah, because he's getting a little cocky attitude with him. Because he always says, "I beat your driver." The last couple of times he won. This driving the Toyota number 11 from Joe Gibbs Racing.
Denny. Yep.
He is starting to be the bad boy of NASCAR.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
That was going to be my next driver. But instead of that, I'm going to go with driving a Toyota for the first time, as far as I know, driving a Toyota for the first time at the Daytona 500.
Oh, I know who this is. I know.
The number 84, Jimmy Johnson, number 7.
Yep, he was my next pick.
Number 84. They just changed the numbers around from 48 to 84.
And in the number 23 position. He came within a half a mile of not being in this race.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because he had to race his way in. There was no what do you call it?
Provisional or whatever it's called.
Provisional, right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Do I have any Toyotas in here?
Oh, wait until you hear my next pick.
Okay, wait a second here. I think I'm going to save him for later. All right. Driving the Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, number 19, Martin Truex Jr.
Damn it, another one of my drivers. Okay. Great minds think alike, brother. That's all I can say. All right. What pick is this? Is this number 6 or number 7?
This is number 7.
Okay. Hold on to your seat. You are sitting down, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. That's a good thing, because I'm going to pick a Toyota from 2311 Racing, Bubba Wallace, number 23.
Gosh. Boo, boo. All right, and I'm gonna say it here publicly, And I don't care who hears it. And if you want to speak ill of me, go right ahead. Bubba Wallace, the most racist guy in NASCAR. All right, I said it.
In NASCAR, yes.
Yes, the most racist guy in NASCAR. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I will second that.
Anybody out there listening?
Yeah, anybody that gives a crap, prove me wrong. Yeah, he
Okay.
is, but
All right, here's an off the wall pick
okay.
from Spire Motorsports. Driving number 71 Chevrolet, Zane Smith.
Smith, right? Yeah, good call.
Zane Smith. Zane Smith. He's starting in the number 14 position. Okay, pick number 8.
From Stewart Haas Racing, driving a Ford, number 4, Josh Berry.
Yep. Here's will be my next pick. And let's see.
Well, good. I'm glad I got one of yours at least.
All right. Where's Josh Berry? Where's he starting at? Where is he at? Josh Berry. There he is. He's starting number 30 position. Well, since we're down that far, I'm going to go off the reservation, so to speak.
Yeah.
Go with my heritage. Being from Italy, the number 62 from Beard Motorsports. Starting in the number 39th position, Anthony Alfredo.
Yeah, alrighty. He did pretty good Thursday night, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, he got caught up in a wreck.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was doing pretty good though.
This is the number 9th position, a number 9th pick. I mean,
okay. From Rick Ware Racing, the Ford number 15 of Riley Hurts.
Riley Hurts. Where's he starting here? I got to make sure I spell their names right here. Riley Hurts. There he is. Riley. How's he pronounce his last name? Herbst. Riley, Herbst. Herbst.
Yep.
36. My 9th pick. All right. Got to pick a ringer here. Who haven't we picked? Oh! Just because I liked him when he was wearing a mullet all the time. I don't know if he still does or not. From another one from Spire Motorsports, the number 7. Starting in the number 29th position, Corey LaJoy.
He did awesome last night. I thought he was going to win that. I thought he was going to win the truck race. I was pulling for him too. Heck yeah.
Okay, the last pick.
Okay, for my last pick, I'm going with the number 3 of Austin Dillon.
Oh yeah.
Richard Childress, driving a Chevy.
Grandson. Let's see, where is he?
Yep.
Number three.
One of the grandsons.
Who's his other grandson? Is that Ty? Ty Dillon? Yeah.
Huh?
Ty Dillon is the grandson. Ty is the one that people weren't liking last couple of years because he was very, very ultra aggressive. Where he should have been, they say.
Right.
Okay. My last pick. Okay, let me look here because I thought I knew who I was going to take, but I said, you know what? You took him. I took him. I don't want to take him. But I got to go for the win. Don't hate me for that. But you picked Bubba, so you can't. No, I don't want to take another Hendricks guy.
I was waiting for you to pick. You got 2 Hendricks left.
I was going to pick Larson, but I don't think I will. No.
I figured you would just to shit me over.
No, I'll tell you what. Just because my mom likes him, and the only reason she likes him, she knows nothing about racing. The only reason she likes him is when he won a race last year. She was in the house with me, and we were watching it. And when they said that his fans, they called them And he calls his fans, and they call themselves this, Daniel's Amigos. Daniel Suarez, and she just loved that. She goes, "All right, they're embracing his heritage." Daniel Suarez,
Number 99 from Monterrey, Mexico.
right, Trackhouse Racing, started in the
Right.
number 10 position. So there we go. Those are our 10. We have it live on air. Do you want to switch any of them? I'll let you switch somebody if you want to,
No, I'm good.
because I'm being generous.
I've got a winning team right now.
That's right. Well, you got a second place team.
No, I have a winning team.
I got the first place team.
I'll bet you $1.
You're on. So there we go. It's locked in. I'll make sure it's saved. This is saved. Yes, it's under my NASCAR. So even if it's not saved, we have it on videotape right now.
Awesome.
So there we go. Now we have to decide, because you went to bed on me last year when we were going to come back on live and do the reveal of everything. You want to do it tonight, or do you want to wait until next Saturday to do the reveal?
Oh, I'm easy.
You weren't last year. You was in bed.
I'm retired, so if I want to go to bed, I'll go to bed.
Yeah, I know.
If I get too trashed, I'll go to bed. Turn the electric blanket on and crawl under there and
Your wife's back there yelling.
snuggle up to my beautiful wife, and just, yeah, that's how that works.
I just heard her in the background saying no. She doesn't want you going to bed with her.
No, she's yelling at one of the dogs. She wasn't yelling at me that time.
We have to let the listeners. I'll tell you what, because this is usually a Saturday, a Friday, or a Saturday night thing for me.
Yeah.
Let's plan on doing this on this coming Friday.
That will work. That'll be great. Yeah.
Friday evening we'll come on and we will do the reveal, see who won, and see if you owe me another $1 this year, which I think you will, because my team is rocking here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that on Friday, brother. Yeah. And you can bring that damn $1 down when you come have dinner again.
Yeah, we have to do some killing and grilling, or chilling and grilling.
Killing and grilling, that works too. I kill something and eat it, you know.
For those who are watching or the live, Kenny is a fantastic grill master. So there you go.
I am known in the Army as the Master Grill Sergeant.
Master Grill Sergeant.
Yes, I am. Like I said, I did 3 tours overseas. I did the first tour in Kuwait, and I did the second tour in Iraq, downtown Baghdad, and then the next one was from Kabul, Afghanistan. And each time that I went over for a year at a time, I would take my grill with me. I would put, we have, those big containers that, are on ships usually. We would fill those up. We'd fill a couple of those up with all of our personal stuff. And thank you to Walmart. They sent me over with a whole pallet of charcoal.
Oh,
wow. They didn't know if charcoal would be available over there. So they sent me with a whole pallet full of charcoal, and I took my grill, and me and my guys would get stuff from the mess hall, and I would cook it up. Usually on Friday night, if everything was somewhat kind of chill, we would get together, me and a bunch of my guys, and we would do some grilling and chilling.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
I gotta ask you, because I absolutely love this story. Now, Kenny and I go back. I had a privilege and the honor of being best man at him and his wife's wedding.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. So him and I
You're
go.
Still my best man.
Hey, thank you for that. Absolutely, in your mind. We go way back, and he once told me a story, and he doesn't know I'm even going to ask him this. He probably knows what it's going to be about the snakes, about you picking up snakes along the side, and somebody stopped you, and you had to come to attention because this was a high-ranking official at the time. So you know what story I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I do.
Tell this story. This is a great story.
I was in Fort Carson, Colorado. This was back in 1978. I want to think, 78, 78 or 79 when I had just went in the Army in 1977, December, and went to Fort Carson was my first duty station after I got through with basic and AIT, my individual training and stuff.
Kenny's an old man.
I'm 64, and yeah, I still kick somebody's ass if I need to. Either that or shoot them. I don't care. But we were kind of at a standstill. You go through these various problems, as they call them in the Army. They call them problems that you've got. So you've got the good guys and the bad guys, and I think we were the bad guys at the time. And there was like a lull in the action, shall we say?
Okay.
And so I decided, as a young sergeant, that I would wander around a little bit and see what I could find.
So you were a sergeant at this time as well?
Yeah. So it must have been 79.
Okay.
Right before I went to Germany. Anyway, I decided that I would go out and find things that one could eat, in a survival type situation.
Okay.
Teach my guys some things. Teach my guys a thing or two. And so I'm out. I've got pretty much a flour, kind of like a flour sack, a little burlap sack with me, and I'm carrying it along. And I've stuck some things in my sack there that one could eat if one needs to survive. And so I'm like what? Like snakes? Snakes are very good eating. There's a lot of high protein there. Scorpions, they're good eating too, but you got to catch a lot of those little shits. And but I'm walking just basically down the road. We've got a lull in the action for the next 2 or 3 hours, and everybody's just kind of on break in place, and we're downrange Fort Carson, Colorado. And I'm walking along, just minding my own business, and this Jeep. I see this Jeep coming from a little ways away, and I just keep walking towards this Jeep is coming towards me. And I really didn't notice until it physically almost pulled up in front of me, that this had a red flag with 2 stars on it.
Okay, and for us people who don't know, what does that mean?
And for you civilian type, those 2 stars represented a major general.
Okay.
So, which is, I mean, it just don't get no bigger than that. At that level, it doesn't get any bigger than a 2-star.
So right away, general, correct? You know what it is right away?
Do what?
You know what rank this person is right away?
Yeah. It's got the flag flying from the front part of the vehicle. Go back to look at old movies and stuff, and you'll see the general's flag flying from the front. Usually the front right of the Jeep. And this was back before Hummers.
You being a civilian, you got to basically come to attention no matter what you're doing. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even in the field, I had the bag in my left hand, and I had, even though we're out in the field, it's not a combat type situation or scenario. So I come to position of attention, pop a salute. And the general hops out, and it happens to be the new commander of Fort Carson, General Colin Powell.
Wow, General Colin Powell. And even if you don't follow politics or military, everybody knows who Colin Powell is.
You should if you have any knowledge of United States history at all. I mean, Colin Powell was. I mean, he was a very very influential general who later became Secretary of State. He's passed away now, which I feel is a great loss because he was just a great guy. He actually did my first reenlistment because when you're a young NCO and it comes time for you to reenlist, you can have any officer that wears any rank from lieutenant on up. You can request that anyone do the actual swearing in ceremony.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, I want post commander to swear me in. So if you look on my records, you will see General Colin Powell. So that was pretty cool. But he stopped, he had his driver stop the Jeep.
You're at attention. Now, do you still have the bag in your hand?
Yeah, I've got the bag in my left hand. I'm saluting with my right hand. Okay. And he says, Sergeant, what are you doing out here all by yourself? I said, well, my crew is we're at a halt definitely right now, which means we're stopped and nothing's going on right now. So I'm out looking for some dinner for us. Do a little,
type thing. Yeah.
Living off the land, living off the critters and stuff like that. And he says, interesting. That's very interesting. What do you have in the bag? I said, well, I've picked up several different things, sir, that that one can eat, survive on, and I'm going to take it back and cook it for my guys and so on and so forth. He says, well, let me see what's in the bag. I said, sir, I don't believe that would be advisable. Well, he hops out of the Jeep and he says, I really am interested, Sergeant Cancross. I would like to see exactly what you do have in the bag. I said, all right, sir, you asked, and I just dumped the bag out between our feet. And like I said, if you don't know a little history, go back and look, and you will see that General Colin Powell was a black man.
Yep.
And there are two things on earth that a black man is scared of, and one of them is not the police, but the other is a dog or a snake. They are, unless it's their dog. If it's their dog, they're not scared of it. But if it's somebody else's dog, they're terrified.
Well, now, okay, let's back up. Well, now you're doing generalities here, okay?
Yeah, right. I am, and that's for the most part, just like all Afghanis are scared the hell out of my 9mm.
Yeah.
You could point a rifle at them, and they don't give a shit. They don't even flinch. But if you pull out a pistol, it scares them to absolute death. They will shit theirself. I mean, literally. Or if you have a dog with you, they will absolutely shit theirself. But I just dumped out. I had probably a half a dozen or more little prairie rattlesnakes and a couple of black snakes and stuff. And they started crawling all over between my shoes and his shoes. And I'm talking, we were pretty much nose to nose when I dumped the bag out. And he just looked at the snakes, and then he looked me in the eyes and he says, that's very interesting. I think you need to put them back in the bag. So I said, Roger that, sir. I just reached down, picked them up, put them back in the bag.
Well, and he says, wait a second. Weren't you afraid the rattlesnakes were going to bite you or anything?
No, if you know how to handle them,
Okay.
no. I mean, it's all in how you handle them.
Okay.
It's just like dogs. If you're afraid of the dog will, the dog will sense it, and it will, automatically get all crazy and try to scare you off. Same thing with a rattler.
Okay.
So I just pick them up, put them in the bag, grab them. I'm just kind of wandering around picking snakes up as they try to escape. And he says, "You're doing this because," I said, I'm teaching my soldiers how to survive off the land, sir.
Now you're still
You're actually going to eat these."
You still got to
And I
stand
said,
at attention, right? Or you're still standing at attention talking to him?
"Well, I'm moving around picking up snakes as as it is."
Right.
And he says, "You're actually going to eat these?" And I said, "Yes, sir. I'm going to skin them out and take the guts out, and we'll throw them on fire and cook them right up." I said, "It's kind of funny when you throw a snake or a piece of a snake, cut them up in chunks. When you throw that into a hot skillet, the snake will start wiggling, trying to get its way out of the damn skillet. It's really it's nothing but nerves, but those nerves start reacting and everything." He says, "You're actually going to eat this?" And I said, "Well, yes, sir. Chow's going to be, when chow is about probably about 5 o'clock up at the talk." He says, "What unit are you with?" And I said, "I'm with the 1st of the 10th Cavalry, sir, Charlie Company." And he says, "Okay, I'll find out where their talk is, and I'll be there for dinner."
I didn't know this part. You didn't tell me this part. About
And I said, "Roger that, sir. I'll have them skinned out and ready for you." And I guess he came into the talk, which is the Tactical Operations Center, where the captain is and all the lieutenants and the first sergeant and platoon sergeants and all those guys. And he comes driving up with that little red and white flag, and everybody starts absolutely freaking the hell out because, we're out here doing our thing, and a general pops up, and this happens to be the post commander. And they're like, "Oh my God, what can I help you with, sir?" And they said,
Stop. So at this point, you didn't tell anybody he was coming. Is that correct?
No, I didn't think he'd show up.
Okay, so he didn't bother telling anybody. So all of a sudden,
I had no idea. I just went back to my track vehicle, which was a M113. It was a track vehicle. Like a miniature tank, basically. And it was the APC on an all personnel carrier, right? So, I pulled up at mine and they've got tracks, these vehicles. There's probably 15 or 20, there's a couple of tanks here and there and so on and so forth. And this general comes and his staff comes driving up in his little Jeep, and everybody starts, freaking out, saluting, and just losing their mind because here's the damn post commander coming up here, and
the general
and the commander's like, "What can I help you with, sir? What can I do for you, sir?" He says, "I'm looking for a Sergeant Cairncross, Cain Cross. Can you tell me where his track vehicle is?" "Yes, sir. Let me look real quick, sir." He looks and finds out that I'm, down over the hill over here. And he says, "Well, that young man invited me for dinner tonight." "Sir? What was, And so I've already got a little fire, just a little teeny tiny fire going, and I got a skillet out of my thing, and I've got all the snakes and stuff cut up into pieces and everything else. And I mean, everybody, the first sergeant, the platoon sergeants, the commander, the lieutenant, everybody and their uncle that is any part of this unit, they're following the general. And they walk him over, and I'm sitting in a little lawn chair that I pulled out of the back of the track, and I'm starting to, just put some oil in the skillet, and I started cooking up. And I said, "Well, sir, thank you. I thank you for showing up. I didn't think you was serious about coming and eating with us this evening." "Cancross, what the hell are you doing?" And my commander, my captain, and he was about ready to lose his friggin' mind. And he says, "No, I met Sergeant Cancross earlier today. He was doing some survival techniques, and he invited me to dinner." And I had all the snakes cleaned up and cut up into pieces and everything else, and I threw some of it in the skillet. I said, "Watch this." I threw a couple of pieces in there, and it started wiggling like a damn snake does.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "You're not really going to eat that shit." I said, "Well, hell yeah. If it comes down to it, if you're hungry, you'll eat this."
Right.
And so we sat down and we ate all that I had. I let the commander have some. I let, Colin Powell, one of the most influential generals in American history.
Yeah.
That was just too. That's a cool memory. That is really a cool memory. I'm glad you kind of brought that up. That
just to
takes me back a minute.
It's not every day that a sergeant in the military, whatever branch you're talking about, gets to break bread with a general in the military. That's a very
that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen unless you get like a personal invite for doing some kind of something. I mean, I've had the privilege. Andrew, have I ever showed you my coin collection?
No, you have not.
No.
Uh-oh. I don't know if that was him or me, but one of us is no longer here. So I think that is me. I think that is Kenny. As far as I know, I'm still here. Let me just double check to see who's here, who's not. Okay, wait a second. So let me refresh this. So Kenny, if you're still here talking, that's you. It's not. Let's see here. Who is still here talking? Okay, yeah. Kenny's gone. Kenny is his connection is kaput. I don't know what happened there, but
I'm trying to re-enter the studio here.
Now you're
there we go. There we are. Now we're back.
I can hear you.
But,
I can hear you.
But there is something in the military that's known as a challenge coin. The challenge coin dates back, I guess, actually to the Civil War, and it was a coin. It was a coin that would let other people know who you knew, basically, kind of deal.
Okay.
And if you are a soldier and you do something extraordinary or something above the call, instead of getting an award that you actually pin on your uniform, they will hand you a coin, and that coin represents. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for a soldier to receive a coin. If you when you see President Biden, or you see a lot of times different guys, and they're talking in their office, you'll see these coins on their desk or in a plaque or whatever, and those challenge, what they call them, challenge coins. I think it goes back. they had them in the Civil War, but it was mainly in World War II that Air Force people would carry these challenge coins, and it would prove what unit they were with, or true, something like that, so that another person would know, okay, this is an American guy, I got it.
Gotcha.
But anyway, these challenge coins were kind of a big deal for you to get one from your colonel or from the sergeant major or one of the other high-ranking dudes there. I've been privileged to get coins from. I've got one from Secretary of Defense. I've got one from the Chief Surgeon General of the United States Army. I've got dozens from different 4-star generals, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars, colonels, sergeant majors. I've got quite the little collection. I'll have to show that to you sometime.
Okay.
Various ones, but yeah, it's really kind of the who's who. I have one that probably is one of my proudest coins. I received that from the Command Sergeant Major of the Army. There's only one of those.
Oh, wow.
Sergeant Majors, they're a dime a dozen, but the Command Sergeant Major of the Army, there's only one of those at a time. It's like being General of the Army. There's only one General of the Army at any one given time. So I've gotten them from Secretary of State. From the only one I ain't got one from is the only big one that I hadn't got one from is from President Trump. And somehow or another, I will receive a challenge coin from President Trump when he gets reelected.
Okay, all right. So, all right, not to get political too much, because this is not the night to do that. We'll do this another time.
We can do that anytime you want to.
Anybody who listens to me knows what side I'm on, and it's the same side you're on. Okay?
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Question is, when you get a challenge coin from, let's just say President Trump, since you brought him up, does it have to be president for you to get the coin from him? So, for instance, if you see him today, could he give you a coin today, and it would still be from the President Trump, or would it not?
Yes, it would be. It would be just like his little coins that he sells on eBay and stuff. It would be, 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Right. That would be on one side, and then probably have the White House on the other. I don't know what his coins look like.
So
but,
when you get it does not have to be in office.
No, not necessarily. No, but it would be better. It would be better if you did. But the way the challenge coin thing kind of works now is if I was let's just say I was down at Fort Benning, Georgia. It's called something different now. It's not Fort Benning anymore. But let's just say that I was down there and I decided to go to the NCO club and have a beer. Okay? And I walked in there and I'd say, challenge. And everybody turn around and look at me, and I would hold up my coin. If they had a coin, if somebody in there had a coin that outranked my coin, then I would have to buy beer for everybody. Oh. If somebody accepts my challenge and my coin would outrank theirs, then they would have to buy.
So then how do you get the coin from somebody else? You just trade?
Oh no, it's not a trade thing. You couldn't pry mine away from me until I'm dead. But my coins. But no, those coins are presented to you by that individual.
Gotcha,
In other words, the coin that I got from Secretary of Defense, I got that from the Secretary of Defense, and my brain has gone kind of flabby right now. I can't even remember what his name is. I'd have to go look at the coin. But what was his name? I was in Afghanistan, and I was hiding behind a tree when he came out of the area that he was ready to go to a meeting. He was former CIA. I cannot think of his name right now to save me. I'll go look at the coin and figure it out. But I took a picture of him, and I got him. I took that picture, developed it, and I had him sign that. And he said, I don't like pictures taken, don't you? And I said, okay. Yes, sir, I do know that, but because you're CIA, you're former CIA. But I figured, what the hell? You're here. I'm going to get a picture of you. And
there you go.
If I can find that picture, it's awesome, because he's looking at me like, I'm going to kill you. That's the expression on his face. It's like, dude, I'm going to kill you.
Wow.
But yeah, and he coined me. He coined me because he says nobody ever gets pictures of me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, so? I said, you want a copy? And he says, no, I'll just sign yours. And
well, that's great, dude. Well, we're going to have to come on one night and just tell stories. I'm going to have to ask you all kinds of questions, because I'm sure, obviously, you can talk and tell stories, obviously. And I'm sure 1,001 we can get into.
Well, and if any of your listeners, if they've got any questions, just send them to you, and we'll have a Q&A session. What the hell?
We'll have to promote this more of a talk with the veteran type thing.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, and if questions comes in, we'll do it. But tonight was all about the Daytona 500, which, as of right this second, tomorrow, I think the green flag drops at 2:30.
Right. Thereabouts. I know 1:30 is the pregame, as I call it.
Yeah, the green flag drops at 2:30 as of right this second. Now, NASCAR has a tendency, is if bad weather is in the area, they will start things earlier. I don't know if they'll do that with Daytona or not. Now, a few weeks back, they did that with the Clash, which nobody watched anyway, but they changed the date completely on that from a Sunday night to a Saturday night.
From a Sunday night to a Saturday night.
Which no one really watches the Clash anyway. I don't foresee it sticking around where it's going to be in Los Angeles, of all places, for crying out loud. Don't even get me started with that. I don't want to
no.
On the night of celebration with the kickoff in Daytona. I don't want to badmouth NASCAR, because we can do that.
Oh,
too.
no.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend, this has been fantastic. We both have our lists going, and we've
got our picks.
Wait a second.
And my team is stronger than yours this year, so
whatever. Here's For one last look, whoever wants to see it, Kenny has Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Dean Machek, Jimmy Johnson, Bubba Wallace, Josh Perry, Riley Herbursts, whatever his name is, Austin Dillon. I, the winning team, have Harrison Burton, Kyle Busch, Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Zane Smith, Anthony Alfredo, my paisan, Corey LaJoy, and Daniel Suarez, Daniel's amigos. So there we go.
Man, you got all the damn
corners.
I guess they're legal, aren't they? Yeah, they must be if they're racing.
I'm sure Daniel came across legally, unlike those.
Yeah, unlike the rest of them.
We won't get into that too much tonight. So
no, we won't get into that tonight anyway. All right, my brother. Hey,
Friday. We'll be doing the reveal on Friday, so that way get your dollar ready to give to me on Friday.
I got cash money. I hope you got cash, because I won't accept a damn check from you. That's for damn sure.
Right. I don't trust you enough for a check.
All right, dude. Hey, we'll see you on Friday.
All right, give your wife a big old hug for me. We'll talk to you
I
later.
will do that.
All right.
All right. Love you, buddy.
Bye. All right. That was fantastic. All right, folks. Okay, here. How do I do this? Wait a second here. Come over this one. There we go. All right. So, all right, folks, this has been Popcorn and Whiskey. Thank you very much. The NASCAR division, Popcorn and Whiskey. Hey, if you're seeing something different tonight, because I changed the setting on my camera, this is cool. I didn't know I had this setting, and now the lighting is great. It's doing different stuff, and it's more crisp. I actually ordered a new camera because I didn't like the way this one was doing. And so I wanted to get something more crisp and more like it looks now. And I might just have to send the other camera back because this is looking fantastic. I did not know this was going to look this way, and I don't know what the setting was. And I just put the big screen up on my computer, and like, holy crap, this is almost an HD quality. Even though I can't stream in HD quality, I can only stream in. I'm not going to get technical. At 720p. 30 frames per second, but this is great. If I can stream at 60 frames per second, it'd be fantastic. But as of right now, this is what I can stream at because this is the package I have. What is this saying? Stay on page. Wait a second here. So I got to make sure I save this thing. Move. See document. How do I save it? Wait. So hold on a second, folks. Share. How do I save it? I want to make a copy. I want to move. Why is this not saving for me? Undo, view, save. See documents. All changes saved to drive. Okay. All right. So if I go to close this out, what's it saying here? Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to stop it here. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew. I am the face who runs the place. Daytona 500 NASCAR edition. That's what we did today. And with my buddy Kenny, we had a great time. Told some stories, did all kinds of stuff, and so we'll do this again in the near future. I am so digging this camera now. I don't know what happened, why I never saw this setting before, and so we'll see. But I plan on doing more and having more with this. Hey, while you're here, right there, buy me a drink, buy me a cup of coffee. Go to andrewpleto.com/drink, and self-explanatory over there, and we'll stop it. Okay. That's enough for tonight. Thank you for being here. So this is Andrew, Daytona 500 tomorrow. Watch it, root for my team, and we'll go from there. Okay. So until next time, this is me, the face who runs the place. Ciao.